welcome back to the channel. This is day 11 of NaNoWriMo. It's day 102 of me writing my novel. Let me preface this by saying it's probably going to be another ramble. I've got some things sketched out here. I don't know how much of it I'll get through or how it'll go. So overall it was a busy day for me. And Emily says hello. When I got up this morning, I had to do some work outside. When I was done, I came back in. I had to do some cleaning, straightening up, stuff like that. Basically, that took up the bulk of my day. I had to get in a load of wood as usual, and build a fire and have dinner. And I started writing afterward. So I will mention I did a video last night with my brother, which hopefully you saw. So I didn't really post much about that night's writing, which typically I'll do when I post a video. It's about the writing that I've done that night. So anyway, the writing last night went really well, I thought. I did a scene about one of the main characters had this really bizarre dream, and the dreams are tied into the plot. So, but I just thought that it was a lot of fun to write that. That's one of the things I wanted to get into in this video. When I was younger, I had a lot of crazy and vivid dreams growing up, bizarre landscapes. I used to dream a lot about like monsters and, you know, evil forces and people and stuff, and just a lot of bizarre things. So it played a powerful role, kind of in a way, in my childhood. You know, I had a vivid imagination. And I found that now in stories, that's something that I really love. Particularly, I noticed last night, it's really neat to write a dream if the reader knows that you're writing a dream. Basically, you have no rules. Like if you're writing something that even slightly resembles reality, you know, you kind of have to check facts and make sure that you're not getting too far out of bounds, even if you're talking about something like magic or psychic abilities or whatever. Like there's got to be a sort of line of believability. But if you're writing a dream, and there again, the reader knows that you're describing a dream, pretty much it's up for grabs. Like anything can happen, and you're not limited at all. So it can be a lot of fun if that particular aspect will fit in your story. So I really enjoyed that. Tonight's writing has gone okay so far. I'm on the other side of that scene I just mentioned about the dream, and a lot of this writing is sort of moment to moment. So some of my characters were getting ready to go to bed, and the time traveler, which I mentioned in some of my other videos, showed up. So it seems that I'm not going to be able to avoid, you know, dealing with complications and intricacies of trying to write about a character who can travel through time and all that. She keeps showing up, and I had a little bit of insight today concerning how she's going to fit exactly in the story and her purpose and what's going on. And some of that makes a little more sense to me now, so I'm pretty certain that she's going to hang around. So that was cool, and that's what I was in the middle of, and I realized it was getting late and I wanted to shoot a video, so put the writing on pause for a second to do that. I will mention I've been thinking about doing a series of editions in the videos where I review some short stories that I really like. I've got a lot of short story collections on my bookshelf, and it just seemed like the easy thing to do. That way I wouldn't have to devote the time to reading a whole book and then trying to review it. You know, like I could go through a short story quickly and have it for several episodes. So I may do that in the future if there's time and energy to take care of that. That's really about all I have for this video. if for whatever reason you missed the last video, I definitely suggest that you check it out. There's a link in the description to my brother's story, which I think that you should go and read if you enjoy reading short stories. He's got talent. It's a really good story. I think you'd like it, and it's fast. I mean, it's not something that you're going to have to spend a lot of time on, but I think that you would like it. So that's about all I have, I think. As I usually say to you, if you enjoyed this video, give it a like, give it a thumbs up, leave me a comment if you've enjoyed this series so far, and if you have an idea for something that you want to see or something about the writing that you want to hear about. I will say, on that note, I'm being sort of closed off about giving a lot of details specifically about the novel. But if you have questions that I can answer in a vague way or touch on without getting too much into the details, I'll be happy to answer them in a future video. What do you think? Anything more? I hope all of you are well. I hope that your stories are going okay. I'm not going to say that I hope you're meeting your word count, because as I said in some other videos, like, I totally stepped away from that whole notion. I'm not tracking mine, and I have no idea how much I've been writing over the past few days, but I feel like it's roughly in the same ballpark that I've been writing since August, so I don't want to focus on keeping track. So if yours is going well, that's great. I hope the words are continuing to flow for you, however much you're writing. I hope you're able to find the time that you need to write and to devote to your story. Thanks for your time and attention. I hope you have a good night.